You are in the consciousness, and consciousness is in you. You are in the universe, and universe also within you. So the consciousness is beyond time, space, reality, irreducible, invisible, and through senses you cannot find it. It is beyond that, and you go inwards, you can experience it. So the key teachings of Upanishad, the sources of awareness, you see because of that, you think because of that, you breathe because of that. Brahman is the ear of the ear, mind of the mind, the breath of the breath. The sensor does not operate on their own. They are powered by consciousness. Famous verses that which cannot seen by eye, but by which the eye is seen, know that alone to be Brahman. If you think you know Brahman well, you know only little. When you think you know your knowledge, at the same time you know your ignorance, then it will comprehend to them Brahman. So all the sensations, images, feelings, thoughts, it's the reflections from the consciousness. So awareness is the beyond the time, beyond the space, and beyond the boundaries. God cannot be known by mind. Brahman is not an object of knowledge. Cannot see it like you see a flower. You cannot think it like a concept. It is knower, not the known. Observing the observer, observed. So the person beyond the senses, beyond the forms, beyond the boundaries, you just need to experience him. Symbolic story, gods and Yaksha. Section 3, gods Agni, fire, Vayu, Indra, encounters the mysterious being Yaksha who humbles them. The story symbolizes ego and ignorance. Even divine beings are limited without awareness of Brahman. Indra's humility. Only Indra seeks to understand the Yaksha and leading to a glimpses of truth through Uma, the goddess of wisdom. Paradox of knowing. He who thinks he knows Brahman knows it not. He who realizes he cannot know Brahman, he knows it. Right? The ego can never say, I know God. The real knowing is ego-less awareness. Since it is invisible, you cannot experience through your senses. Right? You need to go beyond your senses and you need to feel it, what the consciousness is. You cannot see your own eyes. If you want to see your eyes, you need to stand in front of the mirror. That also, it is not your eyes, it is an image reflection of your eyes. So you cannot see the seer. The seer is seeing. How can you see it? Through the seer, you are seeing the world. The consciousness is seeing through your eyes, is hearing through your ears, is talking through your tongue. It's a reflection of all these functions. The pure mirror of what you reflect yourself. The divine plays modesty. There is a symbolic story. God defeats the demons, but the divine does not boast. So the true power is humble. The ego claims victory, but breath, life, intelligence comes from divine. Direct experience. God is not to be worshipped as something separate. To know Brahman, be silent, turn inward, watch the sources of awareness. When the mind becomes still, awareness reveals itself. So when you observe the seashore, and the seashore, lot of waves, and the seashore be floating like anything. But at the bottom of the sea, the stillness is constant. No reflection. It's very, very constant, subtle. So when you go deep within yourself, you observe that the stillness, the space between two breaths, consciousness before you sleep, going into the sleep, right? So the observation, the observer observing in such a very minute thing, right? The air, oxygen, carbon dioxide, space, that a fraction of second in your lungs, space create the miracles. You're able to observe it. The observer is observed. That is what you are. Spiritual significance. Eno Upanishad is a ideal to seekers who want to go beyond ritual, dogma, into the heart of metaphysical inquiry, introspection, and ask the questions yourself. Neti, neti, neti. You are not the mind. I am not the mind. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. What you are. The person, the awareness who is saying all those things behind your mind is you. Observer observed. That is the reason you had to observe the observed. So it emphasizes the direct experience over intellectual speculation. The teachings align with Advaita Vedanta, asserting that Brahman is the ultimate reality beyond all phenomenon. The self cannot be seen, but by its presence, the eyes see. It realizes by those who know they cannot grasp it by intellect, right? Not by speech, not by mind, only by self is the self known. So, observing the self by self, it is a self observation. So, modern interpretation, Upanishad is not asking you to believe, it asks to inquiry, introspect, go ask the questions, you will find the answers. Search for it, you will find it. So instead of asking who is God, ask who am I when thoughts stop. When your thoughts are stopped, when all your sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts stopped, you see your real reflection. That is the beginning of enlightenment. To practice Geno Upanishad, sit silently, observe the mind, ask who is aware of this thought. Don't answer, don't be judgmental, and just say is awareness. Soon, silence grows deeper and the witness shines. So, you are the witnesser, you are the sakshi, you are the observer, you are the reflection. So, all those reflections happens only in the consciousness. When the consciousness is there, all the things will function super. Upanishad whispers a profound truth. The greatest power is invisible. It is not outside. It is your very self. God is not something you look at. God is light by which you look. The awareness is in you. That is Brahman.